All right, so we are going to talk about the crazy, weird price action we are seeing. And honestly, if we take a look at our 1 hour time frame, this is horrible. This is all just straight choppy price action. It is very, very hard to catch trades, especially when our 1 hour is literally ranging between 617 and 621. This ranged all day long. We got the initial break out of this 1 hour supply, which honestly I'm surprised we're still using because this is one, two, three, four, 5 times that we have pulled into this zone and we are still using it, which to me is crazy. Whatever. I thought we would finally be bullish with that move we had yesterday from 617 all the way to 626. Clearly, we're not. Price still wants to move down. Who knows why? It is what it is. My initial bias was bullish and it switched bearish today. So let's talk about it. 1 hour time frame, like we do every day, we look at optimal trading zones. So what do you guys see? 1 hour supply, still holding for whatever reason. We also have the swing high right here, which is yesterday's high of day. Or this, it's actually, is this morning? It is this morning. Okay. This morning's high of day is our pre-market high. That's crazy, which is 626. We have a huge bullish candle in our pre-market that just rips. And then we kind of just go sideways a little bit and we have a huge flush in the open. So initially, I thought this was on this side, so I'm mistaken on that. Let's readjust. Understand that this was our pre-market, which makes it even worse. Like now it makes no sense that we even flushed today, but it is what it is. So we flushed, and I basically was waiting for some sort of setup to happen for a valid entry, valid confirmation. We didn't really get that. If we drop down to the M15, look at this. Wick, doji, doji, hammer, hammer, doji, shooting star, hammer, like doji, doji, doji. Like I've never seen this many doji candles in my life. The indecision and it just today was insane. It makes no sense at all, but it is what it is. Let's talk about the trade I took. So I got into triple Q puts and I got into these puts with a break of structure to the downside. So you guys can see here, this is going to be our uh, break of structure level sitting at 619. It's a break below our two previous swing lows. We end up getting a break below. So this initial entry is kind of what I wanted to focus on because at first, yes, I was looking to enter when price was up here. I wanted it to break below this, and I wanted the candle body to close. It's what I do every single time I trade. I need you guys to understand when we have a candle that completely just, let me just give you a visual real quick. So I'm going to play this out. You see how that candle had a strong move down and instantly, within seconds, wicked straight up, especially after we have all this wick action. This break was a false breakout. That is a breakout that is looking to stop people out, get you out of the position. You don't want to enter when you have a hanging man candle form under a break of structure. That is a clear, obvious liquidity grab. That is a false breakout. Don't do it. This type of candle with a body close is what you want to see. So let's play it again. Boom. Do you see the difference? Do you see how here we have a wick and the following candle is a bullish engulfing candle instantly? But do you see how here we have a candle body close? And even though it's followed by a tweezer bottom, there is another bullish candle that forms, but the whole body is closed under our entry level. That shows us that sellers are taking control. On top of it, we have a 3 bar to the downside. We formed a new swing high or a new higher low. That's all we want to see. We see a low here, a higher low here, or a lower low here, and a lower low here. That's all we need to see. That's it. So now we know that price is not breaking above this previous swing high, sitting at 621, so we can still take puts. That's all we needed to see. And then we wait for the candle body to close. And that happens. And then you see what price does. Flushes. Now, why did price start shooting to the upside? Right. And let's talk about it. Let's get into it. First of all, I didn't shoot much. This is all chop. This is not tradable at all. I mean, maybe you could argue that taking a trade over this swing high right here with the change of character and break above our 2050 moving averages and VWAP, yes, you could have technically looked for longs, but you see how it literally just rejected almost instantly. The reason I am not looking to take small time frame changes of character without high time frame confirmations is because we are in a downtrend. So you should be looking for short positions. You don't want to force calls just because you see a leg up. It doesn't work like that. One could argue, you can, but if we're being honest, you see the selling pressure we had this morning. You can see how strong the sellers were. This is crazy. You don't want to fight that. So you want to look for shorts. You want to follow the trend. You want to trade with trend. Don't fight it. Don't go against it. It's pointless. But today, other than that, was awful. I mean, this is insane. There was literally nothing I could do, nothing I could trade. Um, I actually, one, I haven't seen that many doji candles on our M15. And now that I'm looking at our M5, bro, this ranged between a $2 range for how long? Ho- Horrible, horrible. And we're literally trading in between uh EMAs, trading in between moving averages. Like, come on, dude. That is crazy. That is ridiculous. It's horrible price action. I'm praying tomorrow's a better day, but honestly, yesterday was very choppy. We have all this chop price action. We have an initial move down, cool, and we have a break up. That's it. There's two valid entries. Um, and honestly, taking calls is risky here too, because if we go to our 1 hour, it is very strong to the downside. And then this day too, I mean, we have a lot of chop and relatively stronger, obviously a lot cleaner price action here compared to Tuesday and today. But you get the idea. I mean, if you go on these high time frames, it's just like this is not ideal, bro. Why am I so far back? Let me get out of replay mode. All right, this is what we're dealing with right now. Two things I want to see for this week, for tomorrow. I honestly, for calls, for me to feel comfortable enough to take calls, I want us to break this lower high right here. I want this 626.08 level to break. I need this broken. I need us to shoot over that level and maybe pull back for confirmation. Or the other thing I want to see is a break below 617.30. These are two key levels that we need to see for either change a character to the downside or a break of structure to the downside, or vice versa, a move to the upside. Aside from that, chasing the chop in between is such a pain in the ass and really hard to do. So we can see how tomorrow plays out. I hope you guys further understand like the psychology that I have behind my entries, understanding what the candles are showing you, what price is showing you, sellers versus buyers. You can see when the market is wanting to move up and you can see when it's wanting to move down. You just have to pay attention and make sure you keep all these things in mind while you're trading. You have your moving averages, your VWAP, you have supply, demand, changes of character, fair value gaps. There's so many different things that come into play. And overall, the most important thing is just making sure you are staying with trend. Fighting trend will not work out in your favor 9 out of 10 times, unless you get lucky and get a crazy pop to the upside. But that's it for today.